Hey guys. All right. I wanted to pop on because I have had a lot of people recently telling me this story, and it's the same story that it seems a lot of people in this business are believing right now. So I wanted to talk to that story, and I believe that in a video in this kind of format, I can reach so many more of you. And it's a truth that you need to hear. So I don't know if you've ever heard this quote, and I don't know who it's from, but it goes something like this: if you want something done, give it to the busiest woman you know. And I'm just going to preface this right now. My name's Anastasia. I'm the oily mommy, if you don't know who I am. And I want to preface this with, I absolutely love our men. I respect our men. And there is a huge need for amazing, independent, strong, kind, gracious men in the world. But that's not who this is for. That is not the story that I'm talking about today. So the story I'm talking about today is for women. And even more specifically, women that have a lot on their plate. All of us feel busy at times. All of us are busy at times. And it's very easy to slip into this belief, to start believing this story that it's just not meant to be. I wanted to do this business. I want to do doTERRA. I see these people rising to the top. I see these diamonds and these blue diamonds and these presidential diamonds. I see these double diamonds and these double blue diamonds and triple presidential diamonds, right? And it's easy to look and to say, wow, they have it so easy, or they just got lucky, or that's because she has a lot of help, or fill in the blank, whatever it is. It's very easy to immediately find an excuse for that success. And I want to get real with you guys for a few minutes. I want to talk to you like we're sitting and we're having tea together or having coffee together. And I want you to hear my heart, okay? I do not want to offend anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to minimize what you have going on in your life, because I don't know what you have going on in your life, and I don't know completely your story. But I'm going to share with you my story, okay? A lot of people will say to me, oh, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. You have 6 kids, your husband's deployed, you're running a business, right? And for a long time, I didn't really know like how to respond to that. You know, the obvious response is to say, oh, that's so sweet, you know, not everything is what it looks like, or on camera, or you can do it too, or whatever. But there is, as I'm finding, excuse Paxton, as I'm finding this story that people keep telling themselves. And my friend, this is a story that you're telling yourself. Whatever story you tell yourself, you are going to believe, okay? There are going to be some super, super hard days. There's going to be days that you never get out of your pajamas and that you cry through the entire day. You know what? There might even be a week like that. My sweet sister reached out to me today, my actual biological sister. There's 5 of us girls and 2 boys in my family. And she said, how are you doing? And I said, oh, you know, I'm doing good. Kids are kids are, the 3 younger babies all have colds, so we're using oils and we're resting up and staying in our clothes from yesterday. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but how are you doing? And I had to stop for a second and I had to think, how am I doing? A lot of times, we're just going through life and we don't know how we're doing and we don't know where we're going and we don't have a plan. And then the end of the year comes or the beginning of the new year comes and we get frustrated because we're not where we wanted to be. When I decided to do this business, when I decided to do doTERRA, I had just recently found out that we were pregnant with Arabella, my now just turned 3-year-old. And we had just moved from, my husband's in the military, we had moved from Hawaii to Alabama. And 2 monumental things happened when we moved from Hawaii to Alabama. First of all, my husband's paycheck was cut in half. Our income was essentially cut in half. We still had all the same bills, but our income was cut in half. So I needed to get to work immediately. And the second monumental thing that happened was I didn't know a soul. Actually, I knew 2 people, my upline and my upline's upline. Both of them were my girlfriends. We knew each other in Alaska. And I remember going, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I have these babies and they were all under school age. So none of them could go to school. I would have to put them either into full daycare or get a nanny or something, but didn't have the money for that. And I needed to be making a paycheck. So when my upline said, you can always do doTERRA as a business, I was like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I make money? And I started that day. Back at the time, there were these modules you could go through. And so I went through the modules. And she said, okay, next thing, I said, okay, I've done the modules, next, what do I do? And she says, you need to start enrolling people because you can't get anywhere until you start enrolling people. You need to find customers, you need to find builders. And I said, okay, and I did that. And I hit the rank of silver in 2 months' time. And I went and I did Diamond Club, and my husband was going through flight school, and I was pregnant, and I had 4 other kids. I was pregnant with Bella. We lived in Alabama. I didn't know anybody, so I was like, I gotta do Diamond Club because I got to get to places and states that I know people. So I loaded up my minivan with all of my children and me, and we hit the road. And in that 3 to 4 months of doing Diamond Club, we traveled about, 18,000 miles, maybe 20,000 miles. I was constantly on the go. I was doing it. There were no excuses. I had no excuses because I had to do this. I wanted this. I believed in myself and I had to do it. So Rachel Hollis says, she said, you'll either find an excuse or you will find a way. And that is very true, you guys. You are either going to find an excuse or you're going to find a way. And a lot of times with my builders, when they have come to me and they have said, oh, I'm so frustrated, I'm still at this rank, fill in the blank. I haven't progressed, this isn't where I want to be. I will stop and I will say, what are you doing for your business? What excuse are you giving? Because this is the hard truth, you guys. And this is a hard truth. If you're not where you want to be, that is on you. If you are not where you want to be in this business, if you're not where you want to be in life, you get to decide. And that is the amazing, amazing thing about this business, is you get to decide how far you go, how far you don't go, how high you go. Who's going to be with you on this journey? You get to decide that. It's your business, but you have to own it. You have to want it. You have to set your sights and you say, I'm going to climb Mount Everest, right? You have to get prepared. You have to have a roadmap. You have to know where you're going to need oxygen, how much of it you're going to need, at what point, all the gear, everything that you're going to need to get there, and you're going to know it's going to be hard. Doing this business is hard work, but it is so worth it, but it is really hard work. So if you've been if you join this business thinking, oh, this will be fun, I'm just gonna, make a couple bucks here or there, I can do this from home. Oh, nobody does this, business full time with kids or with husband deployed or without a spouse or working full time, whatever. Guys, yes, they do. It has already been done. Fill in the blank. The widower, the stay-at-home mom, the army spouse, the woman with 10 kids, a woman with no kids, whatever it is, they have done it. And the only thing that all of those people have in common is that they wanted it. And so they did it. No one is going to care about your business more than you. No one is going to decide that that's where they want to be and get there for you. You have to do it. You have to get yourself there. So if you're setting your sights on you want to be presidential diamond, well, guess what, sister? You got to first start with director. And then you've got to progress, and you got to get to executive and elite and premier and silver and gold and platinum and diamond, and you're going to learn very crucial things along the way. Every step as you climb Mount Everest, you're going to learn something new. You're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to learn something about your team. You're going to learn something about what you're capable of. But here's the thing, you are strong. You are strong enough to do this. You can do this. You can literally do anything that you decide you want to do. Where there is a will, there is a way, and I love that. I have lived by that my entire life. Where there is a will, there is a way. Yes, do I want God to bless my journey? Absolutely. And hopefully go before me. But where there is a will, there is a way. So you can either use having 5 bazillion children, 6 bazillion children like me as an excuse. You can use the fact that your husband is deployed as an excuse. You can use these things as an excuse. Well, my kids have activities, my kids have hobbies, blah, 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 fill in the blank. Or you can use those things as an opportunity. But you've got to get yourself a roadmap, and you need to get real and honest with yourself about where you're going. And once you decide where you're going, you can figure out how you're going to get there. And you got to break it down. You got to break down the steps small. So if you're going for blue diamond, your focus should be executives and premiers, learning how to get to that rank, and then how to launch builders at that rank. And then if your sights are to get to gold, well, then you need to, again, learn how to launch executives and premiers and teach people how to do that. You need to stop making things complicated. You need to stop giving yourself the excuse, because next year, I want you to be able to look at your journey and to look at where you've come and to say, yes, I wanted this and I got here and I did it. And the only thing stopping you is you. So I know that's not going to be the most popular video that I have done, for sure. And some people, you're not ready to hear it right now, and that's okay. You don't want it bad enough yet. But on the morning that you wake up and you decide, gosh darn it, I do want it. And I want it so bad I can taste it. That's the day I want you to watch this video over and over and over again. And I want you to set your sights out and do it. Get your gear, get your map, get your oxygen, and climb Mount Everest. Because that's where you're headed. So, You can do it. You can do it with the baby on your hip. You can do it with or without your spouse around. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. And just some real life, okay? Just so that you all know, I have not washed my hair in a very long time. It's onwards of 7 days. And this little cutie pie, he has worn this outfit yesterday, all night, and today, and we're halfway through the day. And he spit up on it if you have. But he has eaten. He has. And he has had clean diaper changes. And he has played. So there are going to be some things I will say that you are going to have to let go of. You're not going to be able to have the children that look like picture perfect on Instagram and yourself looking picture perfect and your business being all tip-toppity doodah and your house being perfect. No, there's dishes still in my sink right now. There's a box that was just delivered that I need to unpack and then tear down that box and put in the trash. And there's a lot of things that you have to decide what you want most. Where you're going. Does this align with where you're going? So stop giving yourself excuses and get stuff done. And you can do this. You gotta start believing in yourself though. So this little one needs a nap. So I'm gonna go. I love you all. I believe in you all. I think you're absolutely incredible. Start telling yourself a new story. Start telling yourself that you are a presidential diamond in doTERRA, or a platinum in doTERRA, or a diamond in doTERRA, whatever it is. And start believing that story and tell yourself that story every single day and write a new story. And stop saying you can't do it because of X, Y, Z. Because it's just an excuse. Okay. Peace out.